Hello amazing viewers and subscribers, and welcome to a brand new super duper Doctor Who review for today. For this Doctor review, I am reviewing the Giggle. So what can I say about this fantastic ordinary episode of Doctor Who? Well, it's very strange. It's got very creepy little elements in there, which is absolutely brilliant. Very creepy. We have a little bit of a split regeneration, and we have a ton of callbacks and references, which is actually what I'm going to do at the end I've done this review. So, let's dive into the time vortex and see what I think about the plot of this story. So, opening up, we end up going back in time to 1955, 1952. And, of course, we do see the toy maker, somebody buying a toy for 6p, which 6 cents. I believe that's literally 6p nowadays, which I think is absolutely brilliant. So, you can actually buy a toy for 6p. Or is it a pound? Cents is a pound. I can't remember. I don't know the old current money system until now. I only know this new system. Sorry. I love the fact how we get to the studio and basically they pop the head off and put it in front of like the camera with all the lights and make television. Skipping to 2023 and everybody on the Earth's gone insane. Unit take the Doctor. They literally carry the TARDIS in the helicopter. So they take to the brand new Unit HQ, which does basically resemble the Avengers Tower. But I basically think that because Disney's not really going to be using the Avengers Tower anymore for the MCU, so instead of scrapping that tower, I think they actually gave it to the BBC and along with the budget. So really, the BBC give Unit a fantastic Unit style HQ. I really think that's brilliant. And then, of course, you got the Doctor investigating. It's good to see Kate Stewart kind of go a little bit mad as soon as they take the bracelet off. And it's really good to see her, like, play an angry side to her, which I think was absolutely brilliant. We have the return of one of my favourite characters from the Starbeast, which is the scientist from the wheelchair. I love that she came back. I really think that's absolutely amazing. I loved her in the Starbeast. So the fact that she's back in this episode, which is actually fantastic, and I really did enjoy that episode. And then, of course, we have the return of Bonnie Langford, aka Mel. Now, Mel was a companion to the 6th and 7th Doctors from 1986 to 1987 for 2 stories, only for 6 episodes with Colin Baker, and basically for like 12 episodes with, not 12 episodes, yeah, 12, around about 12 episodes for Sylvester McCoy. 4, 3 is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 episodes for series out of the 14. Yeah, she's actually in all 14 episodes of season 24. So, yeah, never mind. So, we do have the return of Bonnie Langford's character, Mel, which is absolutely brilliant. We have a fantastic, lovely reference to Savalon Glitz. Now, Savalon Glitz was a fantastic character introduced in season 23, Trial of the Time Lords. And, of course, he made a return in the following season, season 24, where basically him and Mel end up going off to the galaxy. So basically, we get a nice honourable mention to Glitz, that the fact that he lived up to he was 101 years old, and he died by actually falling over a bottle of whiskey, which is something Savalon Glitz, I think, would have done. I really do think Savalon Glitz would have done it. And I think that's a nice little mention, Savalon Glitz. I really did love that little bit of mention. I love the fact when the Doctor does go back in time and goes to the Toymaker kind of domain. And I love the kind of flashback sort of thing with the Toymaker and the first Doctor. That is absolutely brilliant. When he goes, my daughter asks, who is he? And he went, he's the Toymaker. I love the fact when he goes, let's play a little game of hide and seek. And then basically all these doors and stuff. And of course, the Doctor finds that human that was at the beginning that bought the puppet. And, of course, in a very, truly creepy Doctor Who sort of way. Now, I love the creepy stuff in Doctor Who. Season 13 is my favourite season of all of Doctor Who because of the creepiness. And the fact we have a creepy doll with a human face, that's creepy. And absolutely brilliant. And, of course, he did play a game with the Toymaker. He lost and he slowly becomes a toy. Which we do know because the Toymaker kind of did that to a few other characters that we know of in Doctor Who, the Celestial Toymaker. If you lose a game with the Toymaker and he wins, you basically do become a toy and part of his collection. I also, to be honest with you, I love the references to Amy Pond, Clara, and Bill Potts. Not really kind of a callback to Yaz, Graham, Ryan, and Dan. But there again, though, they all survived apart from basically Amy Pond dies after she gets touched by Weeping Angel and went back in time. Clara died, but she's still living in between one heartbeat and the next. And Bill Potts got turned into a Cyberman. Yeah. So really, the 11th, 12th... Well, the 11th Doctor's only lost Amy Pond, where the 12th Doctor lost Clara and Bill to death. And then they'd come back at some point. Somehow, in another manifestation of them. Blah, 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 blah. So then, of course, the Doctor does go back into 2023 to try and stop the Toymaker. You got a fantastic, fantastic shot with Neil Patrick Harris dancing to some fantastic piece of music. I don't know what's called. I haven't heard it before. I honestly have heard it before, but I don't know what's called. I love the fact he's there using the unit weapons turning into flower petals, and he's there dancing around. He ends up throwing Kate Stewart into a wall. He ends up throwing Mal onto the floor, which is actually quite good. And the fact that he is there and the Doctor goes, "Where is he? Look for him, look for him." And then, of course, he's right where the cannon destructor is. And, of course, I do love the conflict between the Doctor and the Toymaker when the Doctor's there talking to the cannon saying, "Your fight is with me." I wasn't actually expecting the Toymaker to kill the Doctor. When that laser cannon goes straight through the Doctor's chest, I was like, oh, no, the 14th Doctor's going to die, which we all know what was going to happen. But something different. It started to glow, started to regenerate, and then it stopped, and then it says, hang on a minute, this feels different. And it goes to Mel, pull that arm, Donna that arm, and basically the 15th Doctor, Ncuti Gatwa, pops out. And of course, so now we end up having 2 Doctors. Now, this is the first time David Tennant decided to play another version of the Doctor. We have the Meta-Crisis Doctor, so we have the 10th and 14th Doctors. We have the Meta-Crisis Doctor, and now we have the Bi-Regeneration Doctor. The Bi-Regenerated Doctor, played by David Tennant. So basically, the 14th Doctor did regenerate, and he somehow didn't. He's still got the 2 hearts. He can still regenerate, so it's just a Bi-Regeneration, something that the Time Lords know that could happen, but through myth, it just became a myth. Through time became a myth for the Time Lords, which was actually quite good. And the fact that basically the 14th Doctor is holding on to so much, because with the mention of the Flux, and the Doctor does blame himself for the Flux when the Flux wasn't actually his fault. That was Tech Taylor trying to destroy the universe, because the Doctor is there trying to find about her own past in Series 13. So I do like the fact we have a split regeneration. The 14th Doctor is still out there alive, so I'll talk a bit more about that bit later on. I actually did love him. I honestly love the fact that that happened. I actually do love David Tennant's performance as the 14th Doctor. I don't really like the 10th Doctor, but the thing is, though, the 14th Doctor is absolutely amazing, because when I thought he was going to regenerate, and I was like, they're going, here we go again. I don't want to go. He actually doesn't say that. He just says, well, here we go again. And I'm like, that's the Brigadier's line from Planet of the Spiders. And I got that callback straight away. Well, here we go again. I absolutely love that callback. It sounded like so much like the Brigadier. And of course, the split regeneration, the unit soldiers were like a bit very, very confused. I love the fact the Ncuti Gatwa's Doctor, the 15th Doctor, ends up using a kind of a big, massive mallet and breaks the TARDIS into 2. So we have one TARDIS for the 14th Doctor, and we have one TARDIS for the 15th Doctor with a jukebox. And of course, the 15th Doctor does change it a little bit, changed from the roundels from the right lighting to this kind of orangey, yellow type colouring, which actually I thought looked actually quite a lot better. So we still got the same TARDIS console. So, and then of course, basically, the 15th Doctor does go off and have his own adventures, and the 14th Doctor ends up staying on Earth having a little bit of a family with the Noble family. So he ends up saying that Donna's his best friend, so basically her daughter is basically his niece. Her husband is his brother-in-law. Sylvia, I love the fact how he calls Sylvia basically the evil mother-in-law. The evil mother-in-law. I love the fact how Mel comes into it. I love in the episode as well where basically Kate offered Donna a job at UNIT. So I really think we will see the return of Catherine Tate's Donna at some point working for UNIT. I absolutely loved it. Honestly, I genuinely just absolutely loved it. And of course, we have the mention of Wilf kind of out in the garden shooting moles, where the Doctor says, yeah, but the moles are okay. I give them a force field. What? I love moles. You love moles. I love the moles. It's like, I just loved it. I just loved it. A fantastic episode. It's very, very mixed bag. I mean, it starts off with very, very creepy elements with the Toymaker coming in. Then, of course, we have the split regeneration. I think this is going to split the fandom once again, with Time as Children did with the whole Time as Child story. That split the fandom in half. I really think this is going to split the fandom more in half. But for me personally, it's good to see that we have something different instead of just moving on to the next actor. We kind of have two actors playing the Doctor. We have two versions of the Doctor. We have the 14th Doctor still out there, and we've got the 15th Doctor still out there. So I guarantee that David Tennant will be popping in and out or having his own spin-off as the 14th Doctor. So I think we are going to get some more stuff with David Tennant's Doctor. But I do have a little bit of a theory about the 14th Doctor. So everybody cast your minds back to all the way to the end moments of the 50th anniversary, the Day of the Doctor, where Matt Smith is literally in the museum, and of course he's looking up at the Gallifrey painting. He goes, I could retire and become the creator of this place. And you just hear that fantastic booming voice of Tom Baker saying, you know, I think you're right. I never forget a face, I know you don't, but you might see yourself revisiting a few old faces. So I really do think that the 14th Doctor might become the creator that we see in Day of the Doctor with Tom Baker. And of course, Colin Baker plays the character in Big Finish. So I do think the 14th Doctor would actually become the creator and basically have a job at the London, not underground, the London Gallery. I really think that is definitely going to become the 14th Doctor, because he has the ability to regenerate, and he could also change into his old faces and basically have a job at the gallery and basically looking after the picture of Gallifrey Falls no more. I really think that could happen, and I really think that's where the creator comes from. So that is my little bit of a theory. So I want to talk about the callbacks before I talk about that Christmas trailer. So the callbacks. What can I say? We had the callback to the Special Toy Maker with the reference between the Doctors recognising the Toy Maker with that fantastic imagery of William Hartnell's Doctor. We have a callback to basically Savile Glitz, and we have Mel's backstory. We end up having mentions of Amy, Clara, and Bill Potts. We also have a mention again to the Flux, which is actually quite good as well. I love that the fact the 14th Doctor says, here we go again. It reminded me so much of Nick and Courtney's line at the end of Planet of the Spiders, which was absolutely flipping brilliant. I love the fact we had the return of the woman in the wheelchair from the Starbeast, because she was actually one of my favourite things about the Starbeast, because I absolutely love that character. And once again, she's absolutely amazing in this story. The one thing I want to mention, Ncuti Gatwa, he has got the positive energy of the Doctor. I'm really looking forward to seeing Ncuti Gatwa at Christmas Day. I'm really looking forward to seeing this Doctor. I am definitely going to be doing a ranking video of all of the Doctors, including 14, because even though it's like a split regeneration, I'm still going to include the 14th Doctor, because I absolutely love the 14th Doctor a hell of a lot more than I do for the 10th Doctor. This is what I feel the 10th Doctor should have been like. Yes, I know people will say, but the 10th Doctor was a bit like this in Series 4. Yes, but that's after all the horrible romantic stuff kind of happened with Rose and Martha. And this one, the 14th Doctor technically doesn't have that kind of romance going on, which is actually quite brilliant. And one of the things I loved about it, that this is a whole new incarnation of the Doctor, and I absolutely loved. Ncuti Gatwa's Doctor, I'm absolutely loving every single moment. The split regeneration, I don't get why he was literally saving the universe in a shirt and a tie and just in some underpants. Yeah. The 15th Doctor saves the planet with the 14th Doctor, but in a pair of underpants. Yeah. Ncuti Gatwa's performance is full of energy, lightness, and brassion. I'm quite looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. I really am. Honestly, 100%. I'm really looking forward to it. I just cannot wait. I absolutely cannot wait for the Church on Ruby's Road. I really cannot wait. So, for basically the episode, aka the Giggle, I have to, as I said before, it is definitely a 10 out of 10. It's a big, massive A+ for me. I absolutely quite enjoyed it. I know some people will have backlashes with this story, with the whole split regeneration, but chill out, people. It's something new. It's something we've never had in Doctor Who before, and it's new, and I'm actually quite enjoying it. Yes, I do think that the 15th Doctor is now going to become the first Doctor once again because of the split regeneration, but I actually might love it. But the fact is, though, that I'm still going to call him the 15th Doctor, David Tennant, I'm going to still call the 14th Doctor, and I think he's going to become the creator at the London Art Gallery. I absolutely quite loved it. I think it's absolutely brilliant. I think it's amazing. Again, I say it's 10 out of 10, and of course, a massive A+. The trailer for the Christmas episode, again, brilliant. Brilliant. I love the fact we see Ncuti Gatwa, absolutely brilliant. Basically, it is the most controversial episode that we have for the Giggle, but the Christmas trailer looks absolutely amazing and brilliant. I am going to do a separate video talking about the Christmas trailer. But, the Giggle. What can I say about it? It is amazing. It's brilliant. It's definitely contracentric. I think it's a 10 out of 10. I think it's a massive A+. I physically quite enjoyed it, and it really does win over the 14th Doctor for me, because I don't really care for the End of Time. I really think the End of Time, it's one of the weak points in the original Tennant era. So I'm quite looking forward to seeing. I really did enjoy the Giggle. It's definitely a brilliant episode. So yeah, I am literally going to leave this video as it is here, because I just absolutely genuinely loved it, and I cannot say anything more about it. Yes, I know it's going to split the fandom in half. Do I care? No. Am I still going to watch Doctor Who? I'm still going to enjoy Doctor Who for what it is. It's Doctor Who. I absolutely love the programme. It doesn't mean that the fact we have a split generation doesn't mean I'm going to stop buying all the DVDs or the Blu-rays or the figures or the books and all the Big Finish novels. No. I am still going to stay 100% of a Doctor Who fan. I'm still going to stay as a Whovy fan. Do I think this has killed Doctor Who? Not at all. It just does something new with it. It brings something new to it. It's brilliant. I really did enjoy it. I do like the whole idea of the split generation. I love my theory about the 14th Doctor becoming the creator in the London Art Gallery that we see in the Day of the Doctor and, of course, in Big Finish. I'm actually quite happy about this. I'm enjoying it. I'm looking forward to Ncuti Gatwa in the Christmas episode. I'm looking forward to getting out in January how I rank all of the Doctors, including 14 and 15 into that. And going by what I've seen of the 15th Doctor in this episode, I'm going to love him. I really think the 15th Doctor is going to become in part of the top 10 Doctors. I really do think it. I really think he's going to become one of the top 10 Doctors. Not my top 5 Doctors, because I do not ever think that would ever change. But I'm quite looking forward. He's definitely going to be in between my 6th favourite and my 10th favourite Doctors, going by what I've seen from today. So yeah, let me know in the comments, what do you think of Doctor Who The Giggle? Did you like it? Did you love it? Do you hate it? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. Please do like, comment, and I'm sorry that this video, it is going to be 18 minutes long. I'm sorry.